What is up, everyone, and welcome to episode 98 of the Party Chat podcast. I am your host, Squiggy, and I am joined this week by Slazo and Laura. Hello, you lovely people.
Hi.
How are you both?
Hi, how? I'm fine. Thank you.
How? I'm fine.
How? I am fine.
Ho. I'm excellent, you know. There you go.
Wow.
Thank you.
Yeah, wow. I've got nothing to say to that, to be honest. Let's move on. You been playing anything this week, anyone?
Have I been playing the video games, you ask? I've done some more progress on my favourite app, Gardenscape. And I played some Forza Horizon 3 with both of you.
You did. You did.
So, I like how Slazo accused me of not playing games, knowing full well I had in fact played some games.
I mean, I played your game.
Wow.
All the progress went to you. I just want that on record.
Yeah, but you also got, higher numbers than expected.
I must admit, I did the first race with Laura and then had almost double the number of fans in the game and was like, alright.
It's actually a realistic reflection of life as well with me. Hang out with me, I'll gain you more fans. True story. You're welcome, guys.
That's debatable, I think.
Oh.
Very debatable.
But yeah, besides Forza, I've played... Well, actually on Forza I was trying to find all the barn stuff, so that was literal hours of my life running around looking for barns. But besides that, I played a bunch of Jackbox this week with some friends, which is cool. If you've never played Jackbox, it's hilarious nonsense, and it's a good chance to see just how offensive you can go. And it's well worth checking out if you've never played a Jackbox game. Either of you ever played a Jackbox game?
Nope.
Oh, you're missing out, mate. All you need, basically, is you need 3 to 8 friends, and then...
There's the problem.
And then, it's there's a bunch of different, So it's kind of like Cards Against Humanity, or if you use that as a starting point. So, there's one game called Quiplash, which is where you get a prompt, and you're up against one other person, and you're both trying to come up with the funniest response to make everyone else in the game laugh more, basically. And then there's other stuff, I can't remember... Oh, Fibbage is another one where you get asked the question, you'll try and come up with the most convincing fake answer. Or if you can't, you just make up some absolute nonsense and get people to laugh again. It's basically just comedy quizzes, and it's really good fun. You need a few people for it to work, but if you can get a bunch of people around in the same room, you can have a good laugh with Jackbox.
That sounds quite cool. It actually does, to be honest.
I mean, I've heard of it before, I've just never played it, and now you just convinced me more and more that I've been missing out.
Yeah. And now Jackbox 1 and 2 are both out on the Switch this week.
Awesome, I'll go get my Sweat-O.
Unlucky Laura.
I know.
Whereas I can. Whether I do or not doesn't matter. But
what about you, Squiggy, though? What have you been playing?
What have I been playing? Forza with you two.
Mm-hmm.
Which was good fun. Bit of FIFA with Laura, which was very good fun.
I was ill. Yes.
Yeah, it was very good fun. Laura nearly had to apologise to me 2 games in a row.
It was horrible. I survived, and no apology was issued, but it was close.
It was squeaky bum time, to say the least.
I honestly thought you were going to say squeaky bum time then, and I was like, please don't do that.
No,
but I'm glad you didn't.
No, I'm not that awful.
Okay.
But apart from that, I don't think I've actually played anything, really. Forza, FIFA... No.
Is that because you were just like, I can only play a game if it begins with the letter F?
Yes. And I'm just checking my shelf and I have no more games.
I'm trying to think of other games beginning with F. And...
New one's out soon.
Yeah.
Which we'll talk about later on. That's it. I mean, I could have played Phalo 5, but...
That's horrible.
You know it's true. But yeah, that's all I've been playing. But anyway, before we jump into our usual stuff, let's do a little bit of housekeeping. So, this is the Party Chat podcast, brought to you every Wednesday by Retro Remastered at 9 AM UK time. Use a time converter to find out when it's out at your place, because I don't really know. 4 AM on the eastern seaboard in America, maybe 2 a.m. in the western seaboard. I don't know anywhere else. But yeah, you can find us on YouTube. We go live at 9 a.m. youtube.com. Just search for Party Chat Podcast actually on YouTube, and you'll find us there, I believe.
Alternatively, you're listening to us right now on YouTube, so just go to our channel and all the videos are on there.
Yeah, you could do that. You could just press the subscribe button and then the little bell icon, so you get notified when a new Party Chat podcast
I
or
love
Saturday
the
morning
idea
Switch goes
that
live.
didn't cross your mind. Like, you're just roaming around YouTube, watching videos going, my god, I wish I could see more of this content. If only there was an easy access option.
The subscribe button just below the video. Thank you, Slazo, for being my YouTube king.
No problem, mate. No problem.
But anyway, let's jump straight into the news this week. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 items on my list. And the first one is to do with Call of Duty World War II. So,
Boots on the ground.
boots on the ground. Hashtag,
Yes!
hashtag boots on the ground. Hashtag.
Nailed it, Slazo. I think everyone should just take a moment's silence.
Okay,
That was
we're done.
it. That was done. Well done,
Done.
Slazo.
Yep.
Move on.
Yep, so basically the multiplayer beta goes live on the 25th of August, which is Friday. If you listen to this podcast, it's out in 2 days. So basically this is going to be an early build of the game, and it's going to introduce gamers to 2 new features in the game, which is Divisions and War Mode. So the Divisions is, instead of having create a class and everything like that, like in the old Call of Duties, where it was like pick 10, you had 10 things you could spend on all the different like grenades, guns, additions to the guns and stuff like that. It's basically classes is like it is on Battlefield, where you have like infantry, airborne, armored, and stuff like that, and each of them have different starting weapons and different abilities, I assume. So everyone gets a little chance to have a play around with them. And there's also War Mode, which is basically a bit like Battlefield 1's Operations Mode, where you have to do like random things. It's not just a case of killing people or capturing flags. It's basically doing random objectives within the game as well as killing each other. It's a big, I think that's a large scale game mode as well. So
they've come up with Create a Class, which has been in Call of Duty for a decade.
It's not. No, they've got rid of Create a Class
Why?
to replace it with this Divisions, which is basically you've got 5.
Create a Class, but limited.
Yeah, it's basically like, do you know on Modern Warfare how you've got Assault?
Yeah, I
Spec
know.
Ops?
You've got those 5, and then you
Yeah.
very quickly unlock classes, and you can play however you want.
Basically, you only have those 5 classes,
That's stupid.
which each have different things, pretty much like that. That's what I think it is anyway. I don't really know too much about it,
Oh dear.
but we'll find more later on in the beta probably. Yeah, and then obviously the war mode is just a big, basically war, where it's not just a case of killing each other or capturing objectives. It's a case of completing other objectives, not just capturing things. Maybe like building a bridge and then defending the bridge and stuff like that. I've seen a little bit of the game modes. It does look quite cool actually, but
I mean, that sounds cool, but I'm surprised that's not been in Call of Duty in the last 10 years.
yeah, definitely. As well as those modes, there's also going to be Team Deathmatch, Domination, and Hardpoint, and that's going to have 3 maps: Point du Hoc, Ardennes, and Gibraltar. I don't know how my French pronunciation of them was, but it probably wasn't very good.
I mean, you got Gibraltar right.
Yeah, the Gibraltar one was easy. Yeah.
I love the fact that you took the time, that you sarcastic. Squiggy is a master for them pronunciations. Well done, Squiggy.
Thank you,
Well
Laura.
done.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What won't be included in the beta is supply drops and loot. To obviously, you know what loot is in Call of Duty, basically things for your guns.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Yep, there's none
I'm
of that.
familiar with that dark
Yeah.
hole of
Yeah.
despair.
And there's no ranked mode in in the beta, and no headquarters hub world. I think, have you seen the headquarters hub world? It's a bit like Destiny's Tower or Destiny's farm thing that they've got now, where all the players can just sit in a
Right.
thing, and it's called the headquarters. But obviously that's not going to be here for the beta.
Okay.
Yep. Don't ask me how the
Sure
headquarters
why
works,
COD needs
but
that, but okay.
yeah. But yeah, that's out on Friday. I don't know how long it's on for. Is it on for a week or is it just a weekend? I'm not too sure. I might have a go of it. Maybe. We'll see. Probably not.
Is it open to everyone, or is it
No,
pre-order only?
pre-orders only. But if you want to, you can pre-order the game from Amazon, get your code, and then cancel it. If you really want.
But that would be dishonest, Squiggy.
Yes, well, I'm a dishonest person.
You heard it here first.
You did. It's on. It's going to be on YouTube. I'm not going to edit this out. Next on the list is to do with VR or not VR, if this is the case. Eve Valkyrie was a PlayStation VR launch title last year, and it got critical acclaim. It was a very good game. I enjoyed what I've played of it, which isn't that much, but I've enjoyed it. And basically...
How vague is that for a sentence?
It's very good, isn't it? No, but it got very good reviews.
Squiggy, have you played any VR game for more than an hour?
Yes.
Yeah.
Rigs.
Okay.
Considering there's a 30-minute video on my YouTube channel of me playing Rigs, and I played more of it after that. But,
maybe that's some good editing.
Yeah, I'm good at editing. I'm not. But basically, Eve Valkyrie launch title on the on PlayStation VR. It got very good reviews. But basically what's happening is in September there's an expansion pack. That's the word I was looking for. An expansion pack called Warzone, and basically this is going to be free to anyone who owns Eve Valkyrie, $30 to everyone else, and it's going to replace the actual base game of Eve.
Okay.
And basically when this launch, on the launch of this, you don't actually need VR to play it, because it allows people who play it on the PC can play against people who've got Oculus or HTC Vive, and again, people on the PS4 can play against people who are using PlayStation VR, but you don't have to have them.
Yeah.
Basically. But to me, I don't know what your opinions on this are. To me, it's a bit like, well, VR is not doing very well. We'll launch it as a standalone non-VR game to get more sales.
Well, yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Yep. I'm glad that's what everyone else thinks as well.
Yeah, that's how they make money.
Yeah.
They've gotten all the money out of the schmucks who bought VR headsets, and now...
Slazo, I do not appreciate you calling me a schmuck.
I do.
Squiggy, so I'm going to level you here. How many hours total do you think you've used your PSVR headset in the now almost a year since it's come out?
Considering it was a Christmas gift, it's only been 8 months, Slazo.
Alright, okay, 8 months.
I'd go with, on average, an hour a month. We'll go with that.
And you spent how much?
Anyway, let's move on. So basically,
I'd like to ask more questions about the VR.
So basically, in Eve Valkyrie Warzone, which is a new expansion, which we're talking about, as this part is part of the news, Slazo and Laura.
I love how you got told off first. You've been a bad person.
You have been
Carry
a
on.
bad person. So basically, this brings a new fleet of ships to play in, including a Covenant class ship called the Shadow. There's new weapons, new ultimates, and a redesigned progression system. There's also a new extraction game mode, which is basically capture the flag in space, 2 new maps, and Warzone brings... Are you ready for it? Can we have a drum roll?
Yep.
Can I have a drum
I'm
roll
ready.
from someone? Thank you.
I only have the...
That was like one of those clappers. It brings loot boxes to the game.
Oh, man.
Yep. It's turning into Call of Duty. Eve
There
Valkyrie.
were games before Call of Duty that had loot boxes.
You know what I mean, though. Anyway, so that's all out in September, and that's when it goes non-VR.
Nice.
There you go. Maybe I'll sink more than 3 hours into it.
No,
But anyway,
let's not get foolish and ahead of ourselves.
Might break 10 hours on VR playtime.
or maybe I'll break 10 hours in non-VR playtime instead. But anyway, yeah.
Could you imagine if you do that and it becomes like your favourite game, and we'll look back and how we will laugh?
And I'm just going to laugh at that now. Ha ha.
That is a weird laugh noise.
Anyway, moving along from that to some...
Single ladies.
Hit me up at Jody Squires. Single forever. Anyway, so PlayStation Experience is my next bit of news. So obviously that's happened for the past 2 years now, is it? Or 3 years? I can't remember.
I want to say...
I feel like it was 2. I feel like it was. But anyway, so PSX is the annual, well now annual, Sony Love-In conference and show. I think that's the best way to describe it, really. And
It's the annual Last of Us 2 conference.
yeah, and to be honest, this year's one, there's been a date announced for it. It's going to be held from Friday the 8th of December to Sunday the 10th of December. And it's going to take place in the Anaheim Convention Center in California. Tickets are going to be $75. If you buy them early, they're $65. And yeah.
Just wave your VR headset at the door, Squiggy. They'll let you in for free.
He's got VR jokes for days!
It's more games than what
that
VR's
sounds cool.
got.
Oh, Squiggy has turned on VR in a tragic turn of events.
But yeah, last year we got Last of Us 2, because there's not really...
Yeah, you're getting Last of Us
Yeah,
2.
pretty much this year.
Yeah,
you're getting Last of Us 2.
where's my Last of Us 2, guys?
You're probably going to get...
At least 2018, maybe, if you're lucky.
Maybe if I'm lucky. To be fair, it could be worse. Could not be real, like,
No,
Crackdown 3.
It's going to be worse. It's going to be VR
Spoilers.
exclusive.
I'm going to be honest, I think that's really optimistic for VR.
I think it's really pessimistic for Sony's sales as well.
True.
But yeah, so expect to
True.
see probably more Last of Us news in December because of that. Not really much to add on PlayStation Experience. I've enjoyed the last two. I quite like watching them.
See, the thing is, like, I know at the time I'm like, that was cool, and then, like, so we're talking about it now, and if you asked me to name something that happened at PSX 1 or 2, and I'd be like, yes, stuff. I can't. I remember the E3's better than PSX. Yeah, that's better than it, really.
That's all I can
And even
think
then,
of.
my brain just goes, yeah, that was E3, right? Oh, wait, no, it was that other thing they did. Whoops.
It was the first one was 2014 as well, actually.
Oh, wow, so this will be the fourth one, then.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm just looking through what was sort of shown off at these ones, and No Man's Sky was at the first ever one.
Nice.
Grim Fandango Remastered as well. Severed. Not really much else in obviously Uncharted 4, Order 1886, but yeah, after that it got obviously less and less because all the big games came out. There's always been a lot of Destiny and Call of Duty there. But anyway, yeah, so that's happening in December. The Last of Us 2 ceremony, basically, we'll call it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and if it doesn't turn up or doesn't deliver enough content, I'll be coming back to you, my good friend.
It's just going to be a trailer, Laura.
I mean, I want a lengthy trailer, meaty trailer. I want a meaty trailer. I don't know where I'm going with that. I'm actually scared that I use the word meaty.
What if it's Ellie playing a guitar for 3 minutes?
I will
if
cry.
she's playing Sweet Child of Mine for 3 minutes, that's fine by me.
The only way I'm accepting that is if she's playing the Crash Bash theme. And it's a Crash Bash racing.
But anyway,
That's
speaking
it.
of disappointments and lack of content, news this week, Mass Effect Andromeda is not going to receive any more single-player updates. See my little segue there? Segue. It was good, wasn't it? It was good. So basically, BioWare released a statement, their last update, 1.10. I was going to say 1.10, but I don't really like saying that. Anyway, that was the final update for Mass Effect Andromeda. They said there are no planned future patches for single player or in-game story content, but they are going to add more multiplayer content with story-based Apex missions, I believe.
Super happy for how this franchise has gone.
Yeah, I still want to play it because it's Mass Effect, but I don't know.
Here's the thing. It hasn't just gone bad. It's gone to the point where I don't know what the future of this franchise is anymore as a whole. Like
Cough trilogy.
Yeah, no, but that's what it's meant. But with how long is it going to be? How long are we going to drag this out? They're not even doing content for what they were going. It's just.
I mean, to be
I don't
fair,
know. It has a bad taste in its mouth now, and I just don't know. I mean, how many times have EA shut down studios and stuff like that and not done more franchises? I mean, I just kind of also look at, like, you like Mirror's Edge, right? Like, I know you eventually got your sequel, but...
I mean, to be fair, like, with Mass Effect 1, when did that DLC additional story come? Like, 2 years later? Like, a month before the second game came out?
I guess, but this is more like they're vowing you. Like, this is more like they're closing the book before the book's even been opened. It just feels so.
They're just trying to distance themselves.
Negative.
From the which is the best part.
I get it, but then I also feel like, how far do you distance yourself? Do you distance yourself just from that game? Do you distance yourself from that franchise? Because I mean, at the end of the day, you have Dragon Age, which obviously is, you know, a similar type of game, but obviously a completely different setting.
I mean,
obviously.
They
got
don't
two
need
more
to worry
than
about
that.
it because BioWare are busy now with shoot, I forgot its name. Anthem. So, and I mean, the amount of excitement, people have already looked past Andromeda and onto Anthem. So you just focus the attention towards that. And then after that comes out, hey, new Dragon Age.
I just wonder, I just wonder how long it's going to be at this point now. Is it just going to be like they really messed it up and it could have been something great? And
I think this Mass Effect is done, to be honest.
I don't think it's done, but I mean, like, how many years is it between 3 and Andromeda? Probably that kind of length again.
5, isn't it?
4 or 5 years.
but then it was also always constantly in our news cycle because it was at so many E3s that they started at E3 as a drawing.
Now, you see, that's not really constantly. That's like a yearly attraction.
I know,
Mass
but I
Effect.
mean, as in,
It
where
became
do
the
you go-
joke of like,
Yeah.
I think it was E3 2016 or E3 2016, where it was like they should really have gameplay at this point, and it wasn't gameplay, and I was on the
Yeah.
floor laughing.
I think you always knew in the back of your mind when that stuff started happening that it was like, oh, why are they so secretive?
There's been
Why-
5 years between Mass Effect 3 and Andromeda.
Wow.
Pretty much exactly 5 years to the day.
I just
for
don't know what to
releases.
say to that anymore.
Yeah, I mean, it's a shame because obviously 1, 2, and 3 were so good. And I think that's part of the reason why this one's not done as well. I mean, there has been issues with it as well. But I think because 1, 2, and 3 were so good, this one had to be as good, if that makes sense. Even just a sort of...
I don't know if it had to be as good, but when it overshadows Dragon Age 2 as the most notoriously not good game from a company, then oh boy.
Yeah.
And that's nothing against Dragon Age 2, but Dragon Age 2 was a notable step down for most people from the rest of BioWare. And this is a notable step down from that.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have said that it's good once after they patched all the problems. It's still a good game, but it's not good enough to like be a successor to 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. It's
Well,
one that I
and
still
public
want to.
perception is everything, so it's already damaged.
Yeah, it's one that I still want to play, but I might just wait for it to go on EA Access because it's not going to be long. To be honest, I can't see it being long. It's down to £20 on Amazon at the minute, as well. So yeah, that's some Mass Effect Andromeda news.
Yeah.
We'll now.
It's sad times. Give us some happy news.
Some happy news is some football news,
Oh.
which isn't happy news for me and you, Laura, at the minute because you know, our respective teams are not doing too well.
I don't know what you're talking about. The team I loyally support drew 1-1. Yep. That's what I'm going with. Fight me.
Okay.
Anyway.
So basically, after the disappointing announcement that Fulham and Pro Evo were going to be in a partnership, Konami have now.
What are you on about? After the positive news that Laura finally sold out on FIFA and bought into PES.
Thank you. I like his intro better, but continue,
Yeah, so moving
Squiggy.
from that disappointment, Konami have signed David Beckham to a long-term deal. He's a PES Legend ambassador. He also turns up in PES 2018. There's going to be different versions of Beckham. So basically from his time
How many
when he was...
versions do you need?
Beckham when he was
there's gonna be,
good. Beckham when he was starting to fall a bit.
There's going to be his
That would
time...
never happen.
His time at Man U, his time at Real Madrid, AC Milan, and LA Galaxy.
What happened to PSG?
Who?
PSG just got ignored.
LA Galaxy?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
he-
went to-
That's
He
an
did a big
actual
American
team.
move.
Yeah.
I want to support them. That sounds amazing.
Go support them. They have a... I'll tool you up on their team.
Man, do they do like all space puns and everything?
No.
Yes. They're American. Yes, they do.
Man,
Oh,
I'm sold.
No, you want to support? Is it the Portland Timbers? Every time
No.
someone scores,
No, that's terrible. I want to
No.
support a team with Galaxy in the name.
every time someone scores for the Portland Timbers, some guy chops a bit of a log off a tree and gives it to the goal scorer.
Oh man, that's what I've just seen that before. It makes me even more supportive of these guys. So yeah, go Galaxy.
Yeah, so basically because of that, he's going to be recreated fully from different stages of his career to appear in My Club mode, which is like the PES Ultimate Team kind of mode. So yeah, it's quite cool that they've got that. I mean, it's probably the biggest news so far of like deals that they've done. So sorry, Laura, I'm not throwing shade on the Fulham deal. It's very good for a small
No.
club like Fulham. It's very good.
Oh, you're just jealous. You're just so jealous. It hurts. It actually hurts me that you'll be this jealous
To
about
be
it.
fair, we were a club once in PES.
no, just end on the sentence. We were a club once.
We
I
were
get
a
you.
club once, and then some guy bought us. But let's not talk about that. Let's not bring
Yeah.
football into this footballing news story.
I mean, you kind of have.
Let's talk about Fulham more.
Here's the thing. I was just gonna say with the
Doesn't
PES
he own
thing.
game, Squiggy, your boy?
He does.
What?
With his pet, don't worry about it. With the whole PES thing, yeah. If you pre-order it, you get Usain Bolt, don't you?
Yeah.
So
What?
Pez, right? I know. So as
pre-ordering day
Pez,
one.
so as Pez,
Why?
you
No,
can buy-
no, no.
Oh.
We're putting your pin in your topic. Why Usain Bolt?
Because he dabbles in football. He's a big football fan. And
Great. I
He's a
mean,
Man-
you're a
he's a
big
Man U
football fan. I don't expect to see you in Pez.
Yeah,
I'm going to be honest, I'd like to announce a new announcement. I didn't want to reveal this till next week, but Slazo's giving me the opportunity.
yeah, but Usain Bolt is a legend. Laura is Laura.
Beautiful. Wonderful. Perfection.
Modest.
Sorry, I just, yeah.
Yeah, so he's appearing in Pez. Yeah. It's quite cool they've managed to get him. Obviously, it is a big name. It's not like... Again, I'm not being offensive to Fulham, but it's not like...
Would
Fulham...
you stop it?
No,
Why did you
no.
stop
I'm not trying to, like, be offensive like that. Like, Fulham, it's a great partnership that they've got, but, like, David Beckham is, like, a very...
No. See,
Stop
I was going to argue the difference that it's really weird that in 2017 you can get a football game and to pre-order it and just as an enticement you should be able to be at players David Beckham and Usain Bolt. I thought more the Fulham deal was more of a at least constant.
No. Beckham's just going to be in the game
As an agent, I'm assuming in agent mode, right?
in my club mode. But it's not like
It's not
like you've got a pre-order. It's just going to be there.
No, I'm saying that's why he's another incentive on top. If you pre-order, you can get Usain, and then another incentive if you actually just chose Pez over FIFA is to get David Beckham. I just think it's a bit weird.
I look forward to FIFA 19 and the third year of career mode where you now play, forget that other guy, I can't even remember his name, who's the guy in FIFA story mode. Forget him, now you play as Usain Bolt.
Alex Hunter.
Yeah, forget Alex
Honestly,
Hunter, it's
I'm
now
gonna be
Usain Bolt.
honest.
And you...
Alex Hunter is a really boring character. I would rather play as Usain Bolt,
Man.
like any day
not
of
if
the
they
week.
pulled up with his hamstring in his last run. God. Injury prone.
Oh.
Anyway, moving along.
It's a little bit too soon for that, Squiggy.
It is. Anyway, moving along. Next news item
Okay.
is Pokemon Gold and Silver are getting a boxed release on the 3DS without a game inside.
Oh yes, this is amazing.
Yep. So basically, they're the old-fashioned Pokemon Gold and Silver boxes with 3DS on the
Yes,
side.
they are.
Inside is a download code, not an actual game. But again,
I don't care.
I
It's
don't
the
care either,
box.
Fraser. I
Yeah.
don't care either.
Oh man, I want them.
Yeah,
I want
them as
I
well.
want
What-
silver. I don't want both. I want to get silver.
I'm gonna get Silver as well. Silver is mine.
It was my I mean, it's my third favorite game of all time nowadays, but at the time it was my favorite, absolute favorite, and I would kill to get my hands on one of these so I can nostalgia so hard.
I think it's cool. But yeah, it's. I mean, the thing from it is that it's more a collector's item than anything.
Yes.
So a lot of people have probably said, "Well, why are you paying for a box?" And it's like they don't understand.
Why are you paying for a cardboard box?
Understand? Oh, boy, why are you buying a game you already own? Wow.
Yeah, but I'm excited for these. I think I tweeted the photo saying just need. That's all I said straight away. And then Laura
And
didn't
I've
agree
been
with
in
that.
touch with my local game going, you getting this? Please tell me you're getting this.
Yeah,
I'll tell you one thing. That was more interesting than any of the Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon news this week.
Do you know
which
what?
was-
Don't even know any of that. Didn't even care about it.
Yeah, exactly. They did a couple of trailers and we learned so little. It's hilarious. And those games come out in 2 months.
Yeah, and this comes out on the 22nd of September.
Yes.
Yes,
Same day as Pokken.
yeah, very true. I really want Silver. I need to find it and pre-order it. But moving away from that, that was a quick news story. Just another one, just to throw up. Last week, Sonic Mania was released, and it is currently the highest scoring Sonic game for 15
In
years. Is that
15
correct?
years,
Yep.
yes.
Which is obviously a great thing for Sonic. I've just got the Eurogamer.
Achievement.
I've got the Eurogamer review here, and the little blurb at the top. 1992 is alive and well. Christian Whitehead and a team turn in a beautiful rewrite of the 16-bit Sonic games with all new stages, which is
Yeah.
it sounds good.
Have either of you had a chance to play it yet?
I've not played it yet. I will. I'm going to download it on my Switch for when I go away this week.
Nice.
So I'm going to play it on the plane.
Nice.
But yeah, no, I'm excited to play it. It looks really good from what I've seen. It's a Sonic that you want to play.
Yeah, I'm it's weird for me. I'm so on the fence with this because I don't like Mega Drive Sonic
We
at
know.
all.
We know.
Yeah, thanks. But
You hide it so well.
The hype of this one and the fact that I have played a couple of modern Sonic game-ish games in recent times that I've liked, making me go man, maybe I could give Mania a try, see if See if this is the one that makes me go, yeah, Sonic. I don't know, but it's done so well.
To be fair, for 15, is it 15 quid?
It's 15 to 20, depending on the platform you get it on.
It's worth a go.
I mean, some of us aren't made of money, Squiggy. So, we'll get to the releases section, and I'll be pointing out what I want to buy. So.
Good point, yeah. But yeah, no, it's good to see that Sonic Mania is getting such good reviews, especially after the last disappointments.
Yeah. After many years of people going, no, Sega, we just want a cool new 2D Sonic. That's all we want. Please make one. And they've gone, fine, you can make it. Oh, you have.
Oh, it got really good reviews.
Man, maybe we should do this thing more often.
Yeah. But no, it's definitely good to see. And that wraps up our news for the week, which takes us on to our releases this week. And there are quite a few games out this week, which...
Oh, good.
There's four. I think there's four there that between us.
Autumn is here, kids.
So the first one is Uncharted Lost Legacy, which is the Uncharted 4 spin-off with Chloe Fraser.
Yeah.
And Nadine, I don't know her last name.
Nadine, last name not important.
I was going to say Coyle, but that's the Girls Aloud Nadine.
Amazing, because I get to play Jack and Daxter.
And you get to play Jack and Daxter, yeah, if you pre-ordered it. I've pre-ordered mine from Amazon. It was only 23 quid, I think, so...
I have it on pre. Wait, I get Jack and Daxter.
Yeah, pre-orders get Jack and Daxter.
What do you mean? Yeah, I get Laura. I've been making this joke for since it's been announced.
Yes, I listen.
Laura has no idea, but yeah, that's out this week. I think it's out the day this podcast goes live, actually. So yeah, that's out. Madden NFL 18 comes out on Friday, which is Madden. Yay! I've got nothing to add about Madden. Anyone want to add anything about Madden?
I mean, Laura's that American football is relevant, but...
It is relevant. Madden this year should be good. The addition of the story mode. Yeah, it's a big year for Madden. Let's go do this team.
Here's your Madden story mode with your new lead character, Alex.
Usain Bolt. Wait, what? But Madden's doing Madden.
Madden's Madden. Madden's gonna Madden. Next game is Mario and Rabbids on the Nintendo Switch.
Oh man, yep. I need this. Whether I can afford it in my budget, I don't know, but I really, really want it.
Yeah, I really want it.
It's what if Mario and XCOM had a baby, and that's crazy and awesome. Also Rabbids.
Yeah, I really want it. Like, really, really want it.
Yeah, I think E3 really kind of turned it for a lot of people from, oh, that's a cute little idea, I'm sure that'll be alright, to, oh, this looks like a good game.
Yeah, like, that's the thing, when I saw the leaks of it, didn't really care, and I thought, oh, Rabbids in another game, like, with another franchise, I thought, it's not going to be that good. And then seeing the actual gameplay, and it's like, I need this game. I need it.
Yes.
I need it. Next on the list is Yakuza Kiwami, which Slazo's going to tell us about.
Sure, it's the, I'm not sure whereabouts in the timeline it is, so I'm just going to look it up now. I think this is the remake of the original Yakuza, and it is indeed the modern remake of the original Yakuza, which carries on the trend of them trying to release pretty much every Yakuza game in the West in the last year or two. So yeah, if you want to see where the franchise started, this is the one to play. If you have no idea what it is, I generally try and describe it as Japan's version of GTA. That's not quite true because it's a lot more comedy. In many ways, it's more in tune with Saints Row and stuff like that.
Yeah, I was gonna say the brief I play it, it's kind of like the middle ground. It's kind of like I also played Sleeping Dogs. It's like a better Sleeping Dogs. Just so.
Yeah, there you go. But everyone I know who's played Yakuza has absolutely fallen in love with it to the point where they've then played through the entire franchise and still loved it, which is a pretty good indictment of the game. So if you're interested in that, I want to play the first game, although there is a Yakuza 0, but if you want to play the first game, or if you just want more Yakuza action to tide you over until the sixth one comes out, yes, Laura, hilarious, then try it out if you want to see what if Japan did GTA Yakuza.
There we go. Thank you, Slazo. Next on the list is F1 2017. I love my Formula 1 games. This one looks pretty cool as well.
Oh, you weren't joking when you said it came out next week, right?
Yeah, I know. I know. I'll probably pick this up at some point. I always pick up the F1 games. I really like them.
It looks so good this year.
Yeah.
That said, I thought it looked so good this year, and what I've been reading about has been good. But then I saw the TV advert the other day. during the football, and it didn't look particularly graphically pleasing, which was weird for a TV ad.
That.
It was weird for a TV ad because generally, everything's, doesn't look like the actual game. And I was kind of like, I feel like props to them if that's actually what it looks like. But when I was watching it, it kind of stood out as being, that's not as, it was a bit weird. But if it's, reviewing well and they've added plenty of new features, who cares what it looks like at the end of the day? I mean, as long as it's not,
What have they added to this one?
This one's got a lot more to do with the season editions, right?
They've changed your career mode, basically. You sort of develop your car more, which is what you could do anyway, but there's more development stuff to do with it.
They basically tailored and tinkered it to the point that it feels like a new experience.
Yeah.
Everything's bigger and better and more options, and anytime a game adds more options in a single player mode, particularly for a sports game that, because you want to feel like you're part of F1 and want a realistic experience, it's always a good thing.
Yeah, and they've also added sort of new championships modes. So basically what used to be the championship mode was playing all of the championship season, like all races, not as a career but as like a normal driver in a car. What they've done this time is that you can experience different race events and follow different rules and structures from sort of from the official championship, but in both modern and classic cars. You can also go around the streets races, which are, I think there's 6 of them, but you can go around them in classic cars now instead of just going around them in the normal cars. So it's something different, definitely.
Oh, classic F1 cars, right? So
yeah, sorry.
My brain heard classic cars, and I was like, wait, why is F1 doing not F1 racing?
Yeah, like there's 1988 McLaren cars in there, 1992 Williams and stuff like that.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. They've also, what they've done is there's 20 F1 circuits. They've shortened some of them as well, so it's a bit quicker to go around if you don't want to play a full race.
Which is beautiful, because I always love the fact that's a thing, because I'm not going to lie, sometimes just watching the F1 is tiresome. It's
and they've also allowed you to race Monaco in the dark.
Yes!
Now,
that is dangerous.
I can't race Monaco in the daylight, so I don't know what it's going to be like in the dark. Imagine if it's raining in the dark.
I was always good at Monaco, but then I say good at Monaco, I got around safely and everything, but I went so slow to make sure I was going around the corners, I might as well have walked.
Yep, exactly the same thing. Yep. But yeah, no, I'm excited to play this. That comes out this week. Maybe I'll pick it up straight away, who knows. And finally, the last game is episode 1 of Life is Strange Before the Storm. Slazo, fangirl time.
Oh man, I cannot wait. The first of 3 main episodes telling you all about the life of Chloe and Rachel before she vanished. Sure, that's what happened. But I am really looking forward to seeing what they've done. Everything we've heard about it has been positive, with the new team doing it, 'cause it's not, I've forgotten their name now, Dontnod. It's not Dontnod, as they're busy working on other projects at the moment. So, yeah, everything we've heard about it has been cool. All the voice actors are approving of it. The original voice actor for Chloe Price has helped out with a bit of the development of the game to ensure that it's all gone along as planned. Apparently Chloe's new voice actor does an amazing job. Yeah, I'm really excited to see what their take on it is, and like what we learn about Chloe and Rachel that wasn't already spelled out in the first game. And of course the bonus Max episode will be awesome too, whenever that comes out. So yeah, excited. Prequel to my favourite game of 2015. Woo woo.
Woo woo. Yep, so they're all coming out this week. Like I said, there's probably 4 there that between us. Unless anyone
I want to buy at least 2 if I had the money.
There's 3 there that I definitely want, and I need to play the first season of Life is Strange before I pick up Before the Storm.
That's fair.
Yeah. So that's before we move on to our topic of the week. Slazo, you're going to plug your videos and tell us what you've been up to.
And that's true. I do those still.
Yeah, you still do them Saturday morning Switch.
Oh man, yeah. So this week I had a look at the various demos on the Switch, as the demo for Rayman Legends Definitive Edition has just come out. 6 of them in total, so you can see me trying out and giving my thoughts on Snipper Clips, Disgaea 5, Rayman Legends, Blaster Master Zero, Just Dance, and I've forgotten the other one, bollocks. But
I'll say, don't look at me.
I was going to say, yeah, whoops, that one's gone. But yeah, you can see me trying them out, giving my thoughts. Spoilers, I liked most of them, except Just Dance, which made no sense.
You didn't like Just Dance, Slazo?
I wish I knew what I was meant to be doing. There's weird stickmen. At some points, they're doing clear poses, and I'm like, I get this. And then other points, they're all gangbanging each other, and I'm like, what the fuck am I meant to be doing? It was not... There's no tutorial, so it's quite confusing at times. But you can check out my thoughts on the 6 demos you can get on the Switch, and then the next upcoming episode will likely be all about Gamescom, because Mario X Rabbids isn't quite out when that episode goes live.
That is a good point. And then that's next week's one sorted, though.
Yeah, and I apologise for the lack of a cool thumbnail on this week's episode, because YouTube's been a dumb.
Did it still not work?
Yeah, I tried several days in a row to get that to work, and it didn't. So
yeah, blame YouTube. I'll let you off, but
yeah, it's on my Twitter if you want to see it.
Oh well, there we go. Thank you for that, Slazo. So,
no problems. Anything from you two?
Nothing from me yet. Wait until some more games come out. Or wait until I have time to play games, actually. Considering I'm barely playing anything.
Wait until some games come out, but by the time this airs, Squiggy.
Well, yeah. Well, considering I'm not having much time to play games at the minute, but once I've got time, the content will flow. Hopefully. We'll see.
On your YouTube channel.
Maybe I'll do a bit of both. Dab in and out, a bit of both, who knows. Anyway, moving away from that to our topic of the week. So, Uncharted Lost Legacy out this week with Chloe and Nadine in it, and there was a Games Radar article saying that Chloe is a better heroine than Lara Croft. So, stop all the laughter, I know. So,
I didn't mean to laugh.
So I thought, for this one, why don't we talk about some of our favourite female protagonists in games? Because there is quite a few. There's quite a lot of games where you play as a male character, but they do have like a female alongside them. Psychic.
Let's say psychic.
I don't like the word psychic though, because a lot of them
sexual interest.
Yeah, I would say love interest, because
the first
Squiggy,
one for mine.
Slazo just freaked me out a little bit with the way he said, like, whisper sexual.
Yeah, but I thought we'd talk about some of our favourite ones.
I'm just being blunt.
So if anyone wants to start, feel free to dive straight in.
Cool, that there Lara Croft from Tomb Raider, she's pretty right good.
Do you know what? I really like Chloe from Uncharted.
I think it depends on the Lara Croft, though.
That's perfectly fine, but Lara Croft is the most iconic
game.
female character in video gaming history, so good luck usurping her. I mean, she just is. Like, you say, name a female in gaming, odds, like, to a random stranger on the street, odds are that's the one they'll go for.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, maybe they'll say, like, Princess Peach if they're more Nintendo inclined, but...
Yeah.
Lara is generally the go-to. And, even regardless of, like, game quality, I mean, she's been in movies as well, but, regardless of that, like, she's always been, like, it's not a case of, oh, here's Lara here to support this male guy. It's, no, here's Lara to kick ass and fuck guys, man. Just do it herself.
Yeah,
also,
yeah, I mean,
team's big game.
That's fair. I mean, anytime you could argue that if you take out any male characters and the game's still the same, it's probably a good indictment of a strong female character in it.
Yes.
So...
There's one for me which jumps out straight away, and we'll say protagonist. This character's a bit of a mix of a protagonist and an antagonist, and basically everything in between.
See, I thought, you're going to go for who I'm going for now, but I don't think you've played the game series, so I'm kind of intrigued.
Basically, the one I'm going for is the boss from Metal Gear Solid 3. So the boss is
why did I see that come in?
Yeah, I don't know why you didn't see that one come in.
I know, I just thought...
Like, the boss from Metal Gear Solid 3 she's one of my favourite characters ever because of the story behind everything. It has nothing to do with looks, just throwing that one out there before anyone says anything. Nothing to do with that at all. She's like, her story in the game is so good, and it's like, the way it's revealed to at the end is brilliant. I just love everything. I don't want to give too much away because spoilers, but it is Metal Gear Solid 3. But it's the way that she acts is like...
Does she eat snakes?
What?
Does she eat snakes?
Probably. I mean, you've got to survive in the jungle.
See, to be fair, I'm actually surprised you went for her as your female Metal Gear Solid character. I thought you might have made a case for Meryl.
I do like Meryl as well, but no, like the boss is sort of, she was the mother figure to Snake, who becomes Big Boss. further on in the franchise. She was like the mother figure to him, and I say mother, more a bit like love interest as well, but she then defected.
Mother, lover, it's all the same.
But then
in
she
Snake's
defected,
mind.
but didn't defect, but then defected to help him, and then he had to kill her to finish his mission.
Could I just say, we're getting, if you haven't played Metal Gear Solid yet, we're getting just a brief look at what it's like
What
to play
a-
Metal Gear.
What a load of fan fiction, am I right?
Yeah,
I
but no,
know!
it's the way her character's sort of portrayed. It's just, I just love it, to be honest. And then the way it ends, like for her, it's like, yeah, it's just so good. She's one of my favourite characters of all time. Not just female, just of all time.
It's time to knock it out the park. It's
Come on
time
then,
for
Laura.
me to step.
Come on then,
Right.
Laura, step with the plate, batter up.
Okay, obviously, I really we spoke about Mass Effect earlier, but I genuinely think FemShep it feels like a developed character. I know it's like a female that you can play as a male version, but I would put that out there. But I know that's kind of cheating because Commander Shepard can be male, or female, depending on it. So I was going to put out Clementine from the Walking Dead Telltale series
Ah, yes.
as a more so in the second series, because obviously she's a bit older, and obviously you're just playing as her. You're not in the eyes of Lee. But in terms of a well-developed character, I feel kind of that's you kind of like in the sense that I don't know why, but you know how the Walking Dead franchise, it's all about survival, and
Yeah.
gender sometimes gets overlooked because obviously the whole everyone, you know what I mean, like everyone is just treated like everyone does anything to survive. So the women do take a more like what's the word role they would normally reserve for men in this like thing, but. Clementine, and also I'm thinking because no one else has mentioned it, right? You ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
Ellie from The Last of Us.
Yeah, she's a good pick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, good
Like,
pick, yeah.
I mean, I know she may be overshadowed a little bit by Joel, but obviously you get to play that mission where you're by yourself and Joel's ill. Spoilers.
I love that mission.
It's actually my favourite mission in the game. I
The
kind
one
of
where
like
you're at the camp, the house and the wooden, the house and everything.
yeah,
You've got
it's
to
all
sneak up to the
snowy,
top. Yeah.
and you got
I
to
love
get
that
your
one.
way and all that
Yeah.
stuff. I kind of love that. Obviously, she's quite a young character as well, so it's kind of an interesting portrayal, especially someone in this sort of environment and world. It's not like an average city, is it?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's kind of a really strong female character in a game. Like, even though Joel's seen as lead and protecting her, sometimes you feel that Joel wouldn't survive without her by his side.
Yeah, I think the way their characters develop, it's like one needs the other to survive.
Yeah,
It's
you
not
really
just-
appreciate her role, even though she's slightly younger.
Yeah.
Like, when I say young, she's a kid.
Yeah.
And it's like the built up to be Joel's protecting all that, but really, who's protecting who?
Yeah, definitely.
I can also, can I cheat before you move back to Slazo, because I know you're going to.
Go on
Slazo. Morrigan from the Dragon Age series. Generally, I just like how BioWare write their female characters, but obviously you don't play as... Well, you do kind of if she's in your party, but I'm just going to give her a throw out because, you said about people that you don't know are good and evil. Even depending on your options, she's still a bit of a mystery. You know what I mean? Like, she does what's best for her.
Yeah.
Quite a strong, independent witch. Just saying. I don't want to do any spoilers on that because if you haven't played Dragon Age, you should, and I don't want to ruin her character for you. But yeah, she's strong, and there's many secrets to her. She's not your average female. Ooh,
Fair enough.
Slazo.
She's not like most girls.
Hey, I didn't want to
Strong,
say it
Independent woman who needs no man.
Oh no, he said it.
because
I
I
went
thought
there. I went there.
Slazo's going to say the obvious one that hasn't been mentioned.
I am.
Are
What
you?
am I going to say, Laura?
And you're not going to say Samus?
Yeah, so Samus Aran from Metroid genuinely didn't think
I
about
think it was one I was just going to mention in passing, to be honest. But
Man, yeah, but no, she's...
I think it's a big deal because she's so feminized. Obviously, in the original, it's revealed that she's a woman at the end.
And that's the big shock. I
Yeah.
feel the thing with, like, Samus, and don't get me wrong, I think it's great, she's a great character and everything. The thing is, there's only really been one game that's gone to a story, and that's the Metroid game everyone pretends doesn't exist.
Yeah,
So,
I get on that sense. I mean, I guess I more think of her as important for the sole reason is what is it's like Metroid was like 6 foot, like really tall. You don't have a clue that the bounty hunter is like everyone automatically assumes a man, which probably says a lot, like a reflection of you assume.
yeah, it's still great, I don't know if that's
No, I get what you're
Metroid's
saying.
biggest strength in
Yeah,
some ways.
I get what you're saying, but I just think it's a nice because that's one of the games that suckered people in to the point when they were like shocked. So
That's amazing. And then Nintendo did nothing during the era where women protagonists were a big deal
yeah,
and shmups were a big deal.
Soon.
Oh, Nintendo.
Soon.
But no,
Nintendo.
actually, the next character I was going to go for was probably the biggest female character to come out of Japan in gaming, Lightning from Final Fantasy 13.
Not
who
Chun-Li.
was-
Is it Chun-Li from Street Fighter? Is that
Chun-Li and Cammy are like big characters, but I'd
Okay.
say Lightning.
I mean, it's your
JRPGs,
thing, I'm just saying.
Cool. No, yeah, she's like Chun-Li's fine. But yeah, Lightning from the Final Fantasy 13 has really kind of risen to become another face of the franchise alongside Cloud, to the point where she's still in adverts today, advertising cars, advertising handbags, and other various things.
I just love how she's like diverse. You always like it when a game series doesn't go as well as
That's
they
the
think,
point.
and they
The point
diverse
is,
into other things.
she's not. I mean, not only was she not constrained to a game, considering there was an entire trilogy of which she's the lead character of 2, and the other one revolves around her in many ways. So yeah, she's gone on to become like one of the big players of the Final Fantasy franchise. I know some people will be going like, "But she's terrible, Final Fantasy." They're idiots. So, but yeah, Lightning has really kind of risen to become like a strong person who has helped lead the Final Fantasy franchise in the new era, which is kind of cool. There's a bunch of other characters who I think, like female leads, who have done pretty good jobs. Faith in Mirror's Edge is a pretty cool character. I enjoy playing as
I
her.
completely forgot about her.
Well
Even though I
done.
said Mirror's Edge, that just felt so obvious once you said it.
Dear. Jade from Beyond Good and Evil, who knows if she's in the new one? I'm not sure, but
Got years to wait, don't worry about it.
comedy gets to wait. That's pretty cool. Chell from Portal, even though she's completely silent, as all Valve protagonists are. That was another kind of cool one, especially when you're like, oh wait, I was playing as a girl. What? Didn't realise that. But I think the other kind of big one I want to go with is Max and Chloe from Life is Strange. In fact, Life is Strange in general is very much defined by female characters as opposed to males. And yeah, I really enjoyed that, and I thought that they were both like really kind of well portrayed. You got to learn a lot about them. Even Max, considering like you're playing as her, so in theory, she's your blank slate, but she's not really, as you come to learn over the course of the game. I mean, hell, I remember going from the start when I was like, I'm not going to speak to anyone because that's what Max would do. To like Max becoming more open and more kind of like assertive as the game goes on. So you really get to see her journey and that of Chloe as well, going from like just my life sucks, I'm going to shoot people.
Nice.
Sort of. That's not subtle, but but seeing like both of their journeys over the course of Life is Strange was really amazing, and I don't think you could have achieved the same dynamic if one of them was a guy. As is showcased by I think it's Warren, who is essentially, I'm here, and like, yeah.
He's
fuck
like
you, Warren.
very in the... Yeah, no one gives a shit about you, Warren.
It's like, thanks, just give me the files.
Cool, yeah. Cool, I
Yes.
borrowed your USB drive once. What's your problem? What are you doing?
Yeah.
Go home.
And yeah, I mean, who'd make out with him at the final episode, Laura? That's crazy.
I mean, my character made out with every possible option, let's be honest.
Yes.
So...
So, yeah.
So, not my fault. Not my fault. I'm just very friendly in the game.
Yeah, a lot of cool female characters, but yeah, I've highlighted a few I particularly think are great. Any others for you two?
I was thinking we got to give a shout out to the women of Resident Evil. It's not really my personal game series, but is it Jill Valentine and Claire Redfield? Is that
Yeah.
right? I mean, they seem quite prominent in their series. I don't really play Resident Evil, and the ones I played are not. But in terms of fairness and balance, that series seems to deliver. I know zombies killing. You don't think of good female characters that are equal to men. You find them in the zombie shooting game. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I kind of put that out there.
I don't know why that's reminded me, but I suppose there's the women of the Persona games, like, they always seem to get a lot of attention on them, and some of them are really kind of interesting characters to learn about their backstories and histories of. Like, I enjoyed doing Rize's social link in 4, and Nato's, and Chie's. And then in 5, there's some cool stuff with Makoto and, I've forgotten her name. Futaba. So yeah, and I haven't played Persona 3 enough, but I'm pretty sure from what I've seen there's some interesting female characters cast in there. So yeah. Persona, well-developed female characters, if you take the time to social link with them.
There's also that is actually probably a good point that sometimes female characters, like I like really Morrigan, and like I said in Dragon Age, but it's whether you interact with her that level, or whether you
Right.
choose to have her in your party to get all the dialogue options and stuff. So it's kind of interesting that if you don't pick that, you could probably miss out on some great female characters. You probably can miss out on some great male characters as well. It's not a gender thing. But, yeah. True story. Squiggy?
There's one I want to add. Well, there's two. One of them is from Bioshock Infinite, and it's a character called Elizabeth. So, in the game, basically you have to go and rescue Elizabeth. That's what your main. Basically, you've got to get the girl, bring her back, and that settles the debt. That's the way the story goes. And Elizabeth has been a prisoner since birth in Colombia, and you would think, oh, it's just a damsel in distress thing again. But she has so much personality and so much, like, she can do so much stuff as well. She has her own powers and everything, but you don't find out about those powers until a bit later on in the game. So, like, the character builds up. Like, you think you're just rescuing this girl, but she's got powers, and she's also, like, she shows the way the character's built is it's not just, oh, she uses these powers and stuff. She'll help you. She'll throw ammo and weapons at you, but she doesn't like ammo and health at you. But she can also help pick locks and stuff like that. But she's her own character as well. So when you go down to a beach at some point, and she just starts dancing around the beach because it's the first time she's been out, and it's like that's building some personality to the character. But she also doesn't like it when you kill people, and she does say.
I love how you said that like it was a weird thing to be. She doesn't like murder.
But like she'll react to it as well.
Okay.
And stuff. Like calling the main character a monster and like making comments when he kills people and everything, and I think her character is really good. Like she's not, you don't play as her, but you are basically the story is revolving around her, and I think her character is so good. I was really impressed by it because at first I thought it's just another damsel in distress who I'm going to have to rescue, but because of all the extra stuff built into the character, it's really good. I really like her. And my other one is Aloy from Horizon Zero Dawn.
Oh shit, way to make it topical at the end.
Yes.
I meant, sorry, not topical, recent, sorry.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm talking about this. Yeah.
No, my bad.
No, the thing I like about
Aloy
is that you go from, like, you start playing as her as a child, you go all the way through to being an adult, and you can see, like, you get a lot of her backstory, like as being a child, like how she's classed as an outcast, and she overcomes all that. So it's sort of like showing how strong and independent she is, and everything like that. And I just think the way that she becomes like leader of, is she a leader of the tribe or whatever it is? I can't remember what it is, but she becomes leader of the tribe and stuff like that. So you see her like she develops from a child who is an outcast to becoming leader of pretty much everything. And it's just, I really like her as a character. I think they did really well with her. Her voice actor was brilliant as well. Ashley Birch, in case you wanted to know. Yeah, but she's a really good character as well. Really enjoy her as a character. So anyone got anything else they want to add before we wrap up?
I think I'm done, I feel. I've covered pretty much everything. I mean, I could just give random shout-outs, but then we'd be here all year.
Yeah, I was going to say, I've got a few random shout-outs I could give, but...
Like random shout-outs, Undyne and Undertale, she's pretty cool. Yeah, there you go.
Miranda from Mass Effect, Kate from Gears of War 4. But yeah...
Fiona from Tales of Borderlands.
Yeah, Quiet from Metal Gear Solid 5. Jokes. That's a joke, by the way.
Wow.
She's one of my least favourite female characters in Metal Gear Solid. In games, actually. Well, I say least favourite.
Oh no.
No, this is getting into something now. Sorry, she's actually got a very interesting story, but
is it hidden in books and DLC and dialogue?
No, it's there. It's there if you want to pay attention to it. But
it doesn't sound like me.
But if you Google Quiet from Metal Gear Solid 5, there's only a few things you're going to be paying attention to.
Oh.
Yes. Yep. That's the problem. She has a very interesting story and about her and everything, but the only thing you notice is the fact that she's not wearing much clothing.
Is she not?
Isn't that a problem with you as a gamer noticing that?
No, I mean, to be honest, I feel like it's hard not to notice it, especially as the famous poster of her was her pretty much in her famed bikini top thing.
Oh, right. Oh, shit, I forgot that one. Yeah, sorry.
That's what I mean, Slazo. It's not, Like, I know a lot of her backstory because I chose to listen to it, but I can see a lot of people just looking at her thinking, "Oh, she's."
I
pretty."
just thought the opposite. I was like, no. If they wanted me to know about a backstory, they would have made it a more prominent feature rather than
That's the problem, that
bury
is
it.
very it is interesting, but obviously you've got to dig deep for it and see past some assets in the game. See what I did there? Anyway, yeah, let's move along. So that wraps up our topic of the week, and also episode 98 of the Party Chat podcast. It's been a pleasure. You can find me on Twitter at Jody Squires. You can find Slazo at Slazo King, and you can find Laura at Law, and you can also find all of us at Retro Remastered. And we're on Tumblr, The Retro Remastered.
Yep.
I believe, and obviously you're listening to us on YouTube, so please subscribe, click the little bell button to see when more videos go live and more podcasts and things like that. But yeah, episode 90, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you next week for episode 99. Bum, bum, bum.